Yo, what's up my life regenerators? How you doing? Hope you like the dance party video, clown video, little wig there. Talking about the peace and the raw food movement. I don't even care about the raw food movement. All I care about is the truth movement. And the truth movement is eternal, infinite. It never began and never end. There's no content or story or data that makes religion today any more powerful than it was 10 trillion years ago. You know what I mean? Before the earth was even here. The same truth is floating around in the wonderfully blissful universe. You guys are great people. You know, I see a lot of people, working at it. You guys are working at it. You wouldn't be here on this channel watching me if you weren't working at improving your life in some way. It isn't about the food entirely. It isn't about the spirituality entirely. It's about the totality of whatever you're working on. It's about, me supporting you and giving you hope in some way. It's about me believing in you because I believed in myself. The level of peace that I'm at today is incredible. I got so high on peace yesterday I couldn't even function. That's what'll happen sometimes. If you start chanting and you start praying and you get into those states of consciousness where you're filling yourself, your aura, with energy waves. Thoughts and emotions are energy waves or frequencies. So my little secret to life is to always tap into the highest frequencies and just go with those, which are peace, love, faith, and aligning with very high spiritual teachings or concepts and repeating those constantly over and over. Maybe you're a person who wants to be just radiantly healthy. So what you say for many hours a day is, I am radiantly healthy. I am radiantly healthy right now. I am radiantly healthy right now. We're reprogramming our minds because we've been programmed with a lot of hogwash. Your mom and your dad and your school and your cops and your preachers and your doctors and your, social institutions have programmed you to be what they want you to be. To make good little robots so that you buy their products and pay for their services and just shut up and get in line and be like the sheeple. And of course, we're not going to go out like that, but we do play the game. We pretend like we're a sheeple so we don't stick out, because I used to stick out a lot and not play the game. That's how people end up like in prison or with debt. But if you learn how to play the game, you know what I'm saying? Then they think you're a sheeple, but deep down inside you're happy. You're radiant. You're slipping through the system, tapped into the field of light, loving everyone, making your doja. That's money. You having way more than you need, giving all that you got. Money. I mean, a dude asked me for 50 cents the other day, a drunk bum. I don't care. I used to be a drunk bum. And I'd ask people for money, and when they helped me out, it helped me because I wanted a drink. That was what made me happy. It's none of my business what makes the bum happy. If he needs 50 cents to get a beer, I give him $5. He can get a burger after that too. So I like to give. I give charity as much as I can. I'm trying to be more generous and have more faith that if I continue to give, that will open up the gate to receiving. And the only reason I want to receive, the only reason I want to be a millionaire is so that I can give a million away. I love to give in the areas that I think, we can, because you got to think, the military blows up. Like, my brother used to be in the military. I was too for 3 days, but it didn't work out. They kicked me out. I came in the worst, and I left the best soldier. And the drill sergeant said to me, you know, you're just not soldier material. I was like, you know, you're right. So I quit the Army. Thank God they have the pre-rep basic training. Whew, man, I would not have been a good soldier. But anyways, the military blows up, like, you know, my brothers would go out and blow like $30 million worth of artillery shells in one day, okay? Or there's pharmaceutical companies that are just stuffing people full of these little white powder pills, billions of dollars. And so people like tripping on me for making a couple of bucks for selling DVDs is ridiculous, because I'm taking money from you know, the death industry, and I'm putting it into the life industry, and it's flowing through me, and I'm giving it away. And I'm buying herbs for people, and people come over and they have herbs, and I go to the store and buy more food than I need for the people I'm living with, staying with, so that we can have abundance and plenty. And they say, is there enough for me? Because they're used to people being stingy. And I'm like, of course there's enough for you. I went to the store, I got an extra head of celery and another 2 or 3 bundles of herbs so that there would be enough, so that I could share, always making more than enough. Generosity is something that wasn't something that I had been for a long time. And now it's just amazing to be able to have an income now from the DVDs. Thank you, Ricky. I mean, I owe you my whole life, bro. I mean, I love you, man, so much. He's doing it out of the goodness of his heart. You know what I mean? It's amazing. I have good karma that we built that website. We're still going to put up some new pictures and work the website. We're going to do webinars and cool, great stuff. It's just, perfection's the enemy of the good. And so I love the videos, and I love educating, and I use every single thing that happens in my own experience. I use the negativity, I use the love, I use it all to teach and educate, because ultimately there's only one. The greatest way for me to teach is to go somewhere, sit alone by myself, shut my mouth, and be a beacon of love in a cave, alone. But most of you wouldn't really like that, because you dig my little style here, and I'm chilling, you know, and I'm funny and all that stuff. But ultimately, the greatest way to be a change in this world is to silently effervescate the divine love through your heart to everyone, everywhere you go. And perfect it. Perfect the love and make it unconditional. I've worked with several people over the last several years. I've chose unconditional love, I think 5 or 6 years ago. I made a commitment to it. And guess what? The 2 or 3 years after that was hell. But I eventually excavated the unconditional love on top of the conditions. I'm not saying I've perfected it, but people don't bother me. It doesn't matter what people say to me. I don't have anything against anyone, anywhere, ever. Nobody bothers me. Of course, I get emotionally, you know, twisted. I mean, you should see the amount of comments that I get. I was sitting here chilling with my friend Dara last night, and she was like, damn. I mean, there's just crazy people on YouTube, and they leave me emails and messages and comments. And Facebook is fairly benign. There's some people on there on Facebook that are always trying to correct me with their far superior intelligence. But I want you guys to know that this is a very well thought out. I do what I do because, I'll be honest with you, I think it's going to help the most amount of people, and I think it's going to help me the most. I could come up with this rigid program and say this is how it has to be, and I'd get about like 1/50th of the people I'd be able to help. But if I create a benevolent, open-minded, wide context program, eat more fruits and vegetables and love one another. You know, the details of your left brain will drive you nuts, because some days you're going to have that perfect little diet that they prescribe here and there, and you're going to be able to do that. But some other days you're going to be in the middle of Bucharest, you know, Utah, and there's going to be McDonald's and a Chinese restaurant. You don't have any food in the cooler, no juice, and you really can't fast right now because of the stress of driving and all the stuff you've been through. So you go into a Chinese restaurant and you say, bring me a plate of steamed broccoli. Boom. And now what? Is it a sin? Are you going to beat yourself up? No, of course not. You just make the best of everything. You could drive yourself bananas in this world trying to be so detailed. You know, so you get the essence of it, and you slam jars of green juice when you can, and you eat the whole fresh organic tree ripened fruit when you can, and you love everyone no matter what. No matter what, man. Even when they hang you up on a cross, even when they send you hate mails. And I got news for you. I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to keep on loving the people that don't understand what I'm doing here. And don't understand. It's very rare to understand the nonlinear domain. This is where I function. I chanted yesterday. I got totally blissed out. I couldn't even function. I want to see more people get blissed out and see what it's like to live in the silent space after reprogramming your mind with mantras of positive thinking. So think positive. Reprogram your brain. Whatever you want, program. Here's my little program. I am the peace of God. Peace is my #1 goal right now. I am the peace of God. I am the peace of God. I am the peace of God. I say it slower than that, but I'm just giving you, I say, I am the peace of God. I am the peace of God. And it programs every cell in my body with that. And it's amazing. But don't do it too much if you've got to function, because you'll be dysfunctional. Yesterday I had to... You stop eating. When you do that, when you do the peace of God meditation, God doesn't need to eat. It's funny. You can't eat. You can't even function. I had to eat a bunch of food and listen to rock and roll music to bring myself back down. So I'm not going to chant that anymore when I have things to do. But thank God I have a whole week off. So I'm going to chant this week. I'm going to go Jedi on the diet with the green juices and the fruits. And I'm going to keep on loving everyone to the best of my ability, unconditionally. And I'm going to continue to serve and teach by whatever arises within this experience. My name is Dan McDonald, and I like to keep them at 12 or under. Peace be with you, my friends. I hope that you got a little bit entertained and educated by this video. Peace.